Alright, if you're tired of being lied to by a bunch of old dog men, you're at the right channel. Pelican Bay Dog Talk and News, giving it to you the way I always do. Fair and unbiased. Some gonna like it, some ain't. Man, y'all hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that like button before you get up out of here. Don't forget to drop down in the comments. Salute to all my brothers and sisters down in the chat. We gonna get that thing rolling like we always do. PBK9s Dog Talk. Salute to all the bulldoggers and dog lovers from one side of the world to the other side of the world, from one side of the country to the other side of the country. Let's get into that talk for the day. Alright, we got another dog fighting situation, but first we're gonna go to Pelican Kennels Champion Bandit. And there's a reason I want to talk about this dog. Sometimes we talk about having dogs that we call pure, or dogs still even pure again. And the reason I want to talk about this dog, Champion Bandit, is because, for one, he's a great looking dog, as you can see. Great looking dog. But when you look at this dog pedigree, he is what you would call pure Jeep Rascal. Pure Jeep Rascal. He's a pure Jeep Rascal dog from the top to the bottom. So whenever I say pure, that's pretty much what I mean. If you look in Champion Bandit's pedigree, hold up, give me a second, and I'm going to throw it on the backdrop. Hold up. Every single dog in Champion Bandit is leading back to Jeep, is leading back to Rascal. From the top to the bottom sides of the top, and the bottom sides of the bottom. Everything is leading back to Jeep and Rascal. So therefore, I would call Champion Bandit a pure Jeep Rascal dog. Now, let's look at the color of Champion Bandit. If you ask me, just my opinion, it's a throwback color. He took some of the old school dogs' color compared to his mother and father. Look more like Charlie them color, which would have been Jeep Little Make brother. So, great looking dog, great structure, perfect looking physique. Looks like a Jeep dog. Just black and white. And, just great dog. And I just wanted to put that on the spotlight because, when we talk about certain dogs that be pure, that's what we mean by that. See, you can have a dog with the whole pedigree look a certain way, but then he have 2 or 3 different dogs inside of the 4th generation, between the 4th on back to the 1st. He got 2 or 3 dogs that's not coinciding with the bloodline that's supposed to be pure, and that will make it another strain of line in that dog. But when you have dogs, when you look in the pedigree from the top of the 4th to the bottom of the 4th, every single dog is going back to 1 or 2 dogs. Then is where brothers start saying this dog is pure, or this dog or that dog is pure. Because they're going all the way back to just say Jeep or Yellow or Bolio or whoever it's going back to. And even though when you go past them dogs, you start going back to other dogs that link other dogs together. But at the end of the day, every dog bloodline is only that dog's name, only the dog who it represents. You know what I'm saying? So Jeep bloodline represents Jeep. It don't represent Finley Bow. It don't represent it don't represent it in a way. Jeep offspring, he gonna be the one to account for that. Finley Bow is not gonna take no bad reputation or no kind of bad strikes or anything off whatever Jeep produces. You know what I'm saying? Jeep gonna take the good credit and the bad credit. But I ain't gonna stay on that too long, man. Just want to talk a little bit about the pure dogs, rather, and just thought I'd use the Jeep Rascal as an example. Okay, next we talking about one of the more influential dogs in my life, and I'm gonna say I could probably agree that this dog is more influential to most dog brothers who are around my age, who are around the 40s, maybe close to 50, and maybe the late 30s. This dog may be more influential than most of your famous dogs. Mayday, Yellow, Jeep, Red Boy. This dog that I'm about to show you, I must say, when I seen this dog, I said I gotta have me one of them kind of dogs. And the dog I'm talking about is Cherokee. During the time that movie came out, I had another boxer pit bull mix. And it wasn't even full-blooded pit bull mixed with a full-blooded boxer. I think it was a boxer pit bull mixed back with a full-blooded boxer. It just had that pit bullish look. But I could never get my dog to look like Cherokee. Back then, when you're looking at the movie and you're young, it's like I'm looking at Cherokee, then I'm looking at my dog. My dog don't look quite like Cherokee, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's why I said that dog's got to be one of the most influential dogs for brothers my age. You know what I'm saying? When you was young, or couldn't get a dog, or didn't even know about a pit bull or what a pit bull was, but you seen it, and when you seen it in action. You know what I'm saying? And it was just the look of it, the brute look of it, compared to the dogs that you were used to seeing, as a youngster. Um, I looked up some information on him. I couldn't find anything on him, trying to see, about the real dog who played the part and see where he came from, even though I know it was the early 90s when that film was shot. It was supposed to take place in the late 1800, early 1900 during the Klondike Gold Rush, in the Yukon. It was supposed to take place during that time, and they didn't even call the dog pit bull. When you look on the movie credits and stuff, they call it a bull terrier. And something else I didn't know, that the dog that played Cherokee, the White Fang movie was created a couple years before that, and a black husky played the part. And then the pit bulls only played that part in one of the 3 or 4 movies that was made, or shows that was made, the White Fang show. It was always another type of dog, And in the Jack London novel, it was more looking like more of a bulldogish type dog, more like the English bulldog when he wrote the novel, But I tried to do some research on the dog, man. Couldn't find nothing about him. Couldn't find where he was from, beforehand, afterhand. It's just a mystery. He played that one part on that movie. Made himself famous. Probably made his owners famous as well, and just disappeared. If anybody got any information on that dog, I'd love to get that and love to talk about it, or love to send it to me if you got it, and I'll talk about it. But I couldn't find no information on him. You know what I'm saying? Just anything, his bloodline, where from, who owned him, how did it get to that point to get in that movie, or anything, But like I said, if you find any information on Cherokee from the White Fang, just hit me up. You can talk about it, or I'll talk about it. Now, let's go to the news real quick. We got a California man who was arrested for animal cruelty. Now, I'm not going to play no computer voice. I'm just going to tell you what happened. And just show you the pictures and show you what happened, and you can see what happened. They arrested him. He should be arrested the way these dogs about to look. Hold up, man. Check it out real quick. The way them dogs look down there, he should have been arrested. You know what I'm saying? Some things are just plain out stupid. Some things are just plain out, like I said before, self-inflicted. You know what I'm saying? We can always say, oh, we don't wish no man to go to jail, or no man to go to jail, or nothing like that. But what you expect to do, some type of punishment to come from keeping a dog like that? If you couldn't help yourself and you needed somebody else to help you, would you like somebody to just leave you looking like that? Leave you in your feces all day long? Would you like to live like that, where your skin is changing colors? It was white, or it was black, or it was brown. Now it's changing colors because of the dirt and the filth that you be in. Do you want to live like that? So why would you put your dog in that situation? You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, man. California man arrested. Animal cruelty. Let's keep this thing rolling. Now, Working Line K9 asked me, how do I get my dogs right? When I'm going to a show. Now, I answered the first part on the last video. Now we're going to get to the next part. It's all about time. The next thing you need to know what is going to be important is what time is your show. Whether it's treadmill, whether it's weight pull, whether it's confirmation show, you need to know what time you're going to be competing in that competition, because you want to work and condition your dog to that time limit. So that way, if it's nighttime, you going to that show, or if it's daytime, or if it's morning time, your dog is already ready. He's already used to everything, and plus, you can work your dog weight the right way when you know what time the competition is. If you need to get him down to 45 pounds and the competition is at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and you want to get him exactly to 45 pounds, then you need to know what time your competition is 8 weeks ahead of time. You know what I'm saying? Every week need to be planned according to your time of your competition. You know what I'm saying? You can't plan you can't just work and get a dog in shape and not knowing what time the competition is. Cause see, that's what we were speaking about a little while ago. How brothers use little tricks and trades to throw you off your game. You know what I'm saying? Use little tricks and trades to throw you off your game. You think you're going indoors, they take you outdoors. Now you're doing your confirmation outdoors instead of indoors. Your dog was used to doing stuff on the inside. He wasn't used to being around all the loud noise and stuff on the outside. So they switched it up on you. When you thought you was going to have AC, now you don't got no AC. Now you just got that hot air from the south, and he got to work that confirmation. He still got to stand and stack and do all that stuff good in the confirmation, in the heat. You know what I'm saying? So know your environment and know your timing. Timing is most important. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, it's all about putting your dog in position to win. You know what I'm saying? You can't ask your dog to be 100% if you're not doing everything it takes. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, like I said before, you gotta do what the next man ain't gonna do. When I was working Bo, and I remember this clear as day. You know what I'm saying? Being outside 10:30 at night, 11:30, 11 o'clock at night. You know what I'm saying? Got the porch light on, got the whole front yard lit up. And we out there running weights back and forth within 20 yards, back and forth, back and forth. Got my music on, listening to my Pandora. Got my favorite tracks playing, and I'm just working them. I got my tracks playing that got me pumped up, and we thinking about winning. You know what I'm saying? Thinking about winning. You know, working. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, knowing the time. You know what I'm saying? Knowing the time. Now imagine you going into a treadmill race. You working your dog in the most comfortable situations possible. When you work them on the treadmill, you got air blowing on them. When you got them in the house, you got them in the garage, you got them in somewhere where the temperature is controlled environment. Imagine working your dog the whole 8 weeks under controlled environment. And then when you get in that treadmill race, you go down to Alabama somewhere, you go down to Mississippi, Louisiana somewhere, and come to find out everything just starting up 8, 9, 10 in the morning. 8, 9, 10 in the morning. The sun just coming out and they up under a canopy. So we got the heat, but we got some shade, but we got the heat still. And you didn't prepare for this. You trained all in the inside. You made sure you was in a controlled environment. Now you're not in a controlled environment because you didn't pay attention to all the details. You didn't get all the information that you needed to prepare your dog the way you needed to prepare him. You know what I'm saying? To prepare him to win. When we come in to win, all I can do is say, I did all I can do. And I did it fairly. You know what I'm saying? And PBK9s, I stand on it. How I ran my program, I didn't do no shooting. No disrespecting nobody else, but I ran natural. So whenever I came to the door, it was like this right here. I did what I can do. Now let's see what you can do, boy. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what you can do. And that way, when you did what you did, whatever you were doing, whether you won or you lost, you know what I'm saying? I knew what I had. You know what I'm saying? If I put a dog on steroids and I don't do it right, I could screw that dog up and he looks worse than what he really is. He would have been a hell of a lot better dog, but I went ahead, did some shit. I didn't know what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know how to inject it. When I say inject, I didn't know how many cc's he needed, when to give it to him, how much I need to give it to him. I'm just listening about what somebody else saying, trying to follow them, and screwed up a good dog. You see? But see, when I'm going natural, less chances to screw up a good dog. You know, when you're using all these techniques from other people, you don't know half this stuff work, and you're using this because they say this. And listen here, man. The whole point of this thing is to have a bulldog. You know what I'm saying? Have a dog that you can throw up on that treadmill, run full throttle with no damn injectable juices in it. You know, if you win that treadmill race and you on steroids, and the person you going against not on steroids, yeah, you took that trophy home, man. But in your head, you know you cheated, man. At the end of the day, you know it's not illegal in the dogs. It's not illegal in the dogs. So, and like we always gotta specify and say, nobody cares what another man came or what another man do with his dog when he come. I'm just coming to win myself. You know what I'm saying? But you know, if we climbing walls and using steroids, don't you think that's giving you a unfair competitive edge when you climbing wall and you on steroids and the other dogs you going against not? So when you take them steroids away, can your dog really go that high? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm telling y'all brothers about breeding, steroids, and all that other stuff. You know, now that we took the steroids away, instead of jumping 10 feet in the air, he only jumping 7 feet in the air. So now your puppy is going to be 7 feet jumping puppies. Maybe they could jump a little higher. You know what I'm saying? But don't expect them to be jumping 10 feet average when your dog was only jumping that high because you shot him up with something. See, I always wanted to know I had a bulldog, not make you think I got a bulldog. See, steroids just making you think I got a bulldog outside of getting that win when we got a big purse on it. You know what I'm saying? Making you think I got a bulldog, but at the end of the day, I gotta go home and go to sleep and feed these dogs. And I know, oh, I gave them steroids. I gave them steroids. You know what I'm saying? It's just too many. Only benefit from it is to win your high pocket, high dollar purse that you got. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, there's no benefits from it at all kinds. When it comes to the breeding, when it comes to everything. You know what I'm saying? So much, the dogs go after, like their vision start leaving their ass. They start getting sterile where they can't have puppies. All kind of stuff. And they pass it down to their other puppies sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's more pros to stay away from it than it is pros to stay on it. You know what I'm saying? The main pro is you want to know if you got a bulldog or not. You know what I'm saying? Not a robot, not a RoboCop. But if he needs you a canine supplement instead of using steroids that's going to really help your dog, Vertex Canines Essentials is the product for you. You know, if you really need a product that's going to help your dog and you need something that's going to give your dog that extra boost, it's going to make your dog have that extra thump. Because see, when you feed your dog Vertex Canine Essential, you can tell how much energy he has from the time you start feeding this dog to the time you stop feeding that dog the Vertex Canine Essential. You see, you can see how once you stop feeding them the Vertex, you can see the energy leave within a week or so time compared to when you was feeding him the Vertex. So that's why I say, you know, you a million times better just going to grab you a few bags of that Vertex Canine Essential dog supplement. And if you need it, the link will be down in the description of this video. You know, also a promo code that'll get you a discount. So click that link and get you a bag of that Vertex Canine Essential. Okay, my brothers. You know, we're going to get into Sammy the Arab Boomer as well. We're going to talk a little bit about that stuff. But before we get into that, we're going to talk about a dog fighting bust situation. I don't like to say bust when they ain't bust, but a dog fighting situation in Georgia where a girl was locked up, 24 dog fighting charges. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they didn't give much information on it, but they did have some information on it. I don't know if she was holding somebody's dogs or what, you know, but she charged with 22 counts of dog fighting. You know, they don't even got no pictures of. I checked different sites. It's not like they hiding it or nothing, you know, but they not talking much about it. 22 counts. Here go the video.
Floyd County Animal Services says nearly 24 dogs will have to be euthanized because someone used them as fighting dogs. Investigators arrested Brandy Dobbs on Wednesday. Officials say they found 22 dogs at her home in Lindale. We're told about 18 of them were fighting dogs.
You know, when it comes to training and getting a dog in tip-top shape, you have different training programs, and we're going to talk about that. But first, let's talk about Sammy the Arab Boomer. And why I want to talk about this is because Boomer is one of the more popular studs of modern day times, as well as one of the more, he's a great producer, has proven to be a great producer. And the reason I'm talking about him, because I want to put some light on Hunter Red, Hunter Red and the Red Boy genes. Reason why I want to put some light on the Red Boy genes, I want you to look at, this dog right here. Them puppies right there. Now, them puppies only have, like I always tell y'all brothers, they only have a quarter of Red Boy in them. Only have a quarter of Red Boy, if not less than that. But the genetic traits of the Red Boy dog, like I said before, seem like Red Boy traits are a whole lot stronger than some of them other dog traits. At least they carry on into his offspring a whole lot longer. Red Boy sons were known to be great producers. Red Boy grandsons like Hunter Red, plenty other grandsons were known to be great producers. Red Boy great grandsons known to be great producers. It just trickled down in them Red Boy dogs. It's something about them Red Boy dogs that the genes carry a whole lot longer than your average dog. You know what I'm saying? Than your average dog. They complained throughout the years about they didn't have mild or they didn't have this. But in today's time, the Red Boy traits are still rolling. You know what I'm saying? You can tell certain dogs when you look at them by the dogs what they supposed to be coming out off of. Like some of the Santos dogs, you can look at them and see them. Some of the Tab dogs, you can look at them and see them. You really can't tell the Frisco dogs like that. You really can't tell the yellow dogs like that. Sometimes you can, but not really off the color, more the body shape. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the color. Some of the dogs you can just look at them and tell what range they fall in or what classification they fall in as far as bloodlines because they possess them traits from their ancestors. When we start losing them traits, you're losing half the joy of that dog. You know what I'm saying? When I say that, I mean, what's the purpose of having it's plenty. Back in my days, it's two answers to this question I'm about to ask y'all. What's the purpose of having a black Red Boy dog? It's about having a dog that look like Red Boy, right? Okay, now in my days, having a black Red Boy dog would have been something I can use to fool somebody with. They think I'm coming with something else, and I'm coming with a straight Red Boy and it's black. You know what I'm saying? That's why I, came on that level with a black Red Boy back then. But at the same time, when you get these dogs coming off the main studs, you want them to look like the dogs that they coming out off of. Say, for instance, if we got pure Eli dogs, I don't want to have them all red noses. You know what I'm saying? Not saying they won't be great dogs and not saying they weren't crossed over right. And maybe the one particular red nose that came down off that stuff was one of the dogs that was maybe better than Eli. So if that particular red nose is better than Eli, I can understand that. But then that's when we need to start going back to representing that dog and don't represent Eli. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to have a whole red nose yard, we need to be representing the dog that got them dogs red nose. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going all the way back to Eli, and Eli is a black dog. The fun of the game is to keep the dog looking the same. You know what I'm saying? Similar to the dogs that you claiming that you got. If you got a bolio and you say, oh, I got a bolio dog, and your dog don't look nothing like the bolio stuff, it's just all down to papers and a piece of paper then, and a pedigree. You know what I'm saying? You want the dog to look like if I get an handicapped dog, you know what I'm saying? Real distinctive looking dog. I want my handicapped dog to look like the handicapped stuff. It don't gotta be brown, it can be black and white, but it need to be marked like the handicapped stuff. You know what I'm saying? If I get a dog that look like coming down off the We Hunt stuff what I was just talking about in the video, I wanted to have the markings of them dogs. then I know the traits are still there. That's why I was saying that Brother Kobe really was keeping the traits from the old original American Pit Bull or the original Irish Pit Bull Terrier. You know what I'm saying? The Bulldog colors, not necessarily the Bulldog look, but that white come from the Bulldog cross. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning of time, when they first made them dogs. And Kobe stayed true to that while making good game dogs at the same time. You know what I'm saying? See, one thing I know about them red boy dogs, especially coming down off Hunter Red, because that's what Bo was coming down off of. They make thick dogs. You know what I'm saying? Make real thick dogs, big boned dogs. You know, and them dogs are, that Bailey's Bingo stuff. Bailey's Bingo can be said to be one of the best producers, nowadays time and modern day time. You know what I'm saying? Say what you want, whether he making mild, whether he making this, he making good bulldogs. He made good bulldogs. He made great bulldogs. You know what I'm saying? One of Red Boy's most predominant sons. One of his and that's why I say about, you can't really say one Red Boy dog was better than the other one. It's just about which dog was bred the most. Which one went to the famous dog man? Which one went to a man that was most social? Some of these dogs went to brothers who were social, who dealt with a lot of people. Some of them dogs went to brothers who were hermits, who chill by themselves. Not necessarily hermits, but just chill by themselves. Didn't care about being around this person, that person, and this person. So they dog didn't get breed like that. You know what I'm saying? But all of them Red Boy dogs carried that trait. And if you got true Red Boy dogs that's coming down off that stuff and they carry them traits, you just gotta hope that that you breeding the right way to keep them things in there. Cause once you start losing it, once you lose that Red Boy stuff, and you supposed to be a predominantly Red Boy dog, but you're losing the actual look of the dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a firm believer of keeping that look similar to the foundation look. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not gonna keep it similar to the foundation look, we need to be representing these more modern day bloodlines, which your dog may look like. You know what I'm saying? He's pure Bailey's Bingo. He don't got a lick of white in him. You know what I'm saying? Don't got a lick of white in him. Straight Bailey's Bingo stuff. You know what I'm saying? But he looked like the other Red Boy dogs. Or he looked like one of the other dogs in the pedigrees. And we seen Red Boy throw off brindle dogs and all other kind of dogs. You know what I'm saying? So when you breeding tight Red Boy, it's no telling what color gonna pop out. But I will say, we can say about genetics, we can say about dog colors popping out, this color popping out. I ain't never seen two Red Boy dogs breed that didn't have a brindle dog in it, that threw off a black dog or a brindle dog. When I say brindle, I mean brown or black brindle, not red-nosed brindle. I never seen a Red Boy dog. Now the ones that, Marlowe's Bulldog and the one back in the days during that era, a few brindles came out. Brandy Girl or one of them, a few brindles came out. But the bottom side, you got to look at the bottom side, and them dogs were the dogs of the original dogs, when the Red Boy line was being created. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really say them dogs, them dogs had a chance to be 50-50 dogs. 50% Red Boy, 50% whatever other line it was. You know what I'm saying? So, that was closer to the La Posse stuff and, the lines before Red Boy. So you liable to get some of these odd colors coming out in them. But tell me, would you feel wrong, my brother down in the chat, my sister down in the chat? Tell me how you would feel right now if you produce a black dog off your pure Red Boy stock, top and bottom, without no black dogs in your pedigree. And you threw off a black dog, would you feel comfortable? If you threw off a brown brindle dog, would you feel comfortable? You wouldn't feel comfortable with the breeding because you made it. You know it is what it is. But would you have some type of speculation about your pedigree if you threw off a brown brindle or a black dog off two pure Red Boy dogs? Bailey's Bingo, top and bottom. Hunter Red, Bailey's Bingo, Deacon, whatever. Top and bottom. Would you feel comfortable throwing off a black dog? You ain't got to tell me. I know you would. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to tell me. I know you would. And salute to all the brothers in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like button, man. Don't forget to hit that like button. You know, subscribe as well if you haven't subscribed yet. Can't get enough of telling you that. You know, I'm gonna tell you all day, every day. Hit that subscribe button, my brother, my sister. You know, we gonna keep it pumping on this channel right here. PBK9s giving it to you. You know, if you, especially like I said before, if you're tired of them old dog men lying to you, dancing in your videos, talking about stuff that don't matter, come holler at the Bay. You know what I'm saying? Come holler at the Bay. We keeping it 100 on this side. You know what I'm saying? It's a little 200 for some of them. You know, it is what it is. You know, they want me to be a gangster, but I ain't no gangster. I'm just a civilian that's going to speak the real. You know, I don't care nothing about that life. You know, that gangster life. Folk want to get mad because I don't care nothing about it. I don't care nothing about it. You know, it is what it is. I'm just trying to live and be happy, mentally happy. You know what I'm saying? Not happy for you, but happy for myself. You know what I'm saying? That's all that matters to me. Once you realize that, you know what I'm saying? Make yourself happy. Your dog game may step up. You know what I'm saying? Your dog game may step up. Now we're talking about different type of training programs. And we're going to start off with resistance training, which will be used with weights, weight training or weight pulling. And it's going to consist of sets and repetition. You know what I'm saying? Sets and repetition of whatever weight you are pulling. You know what I'm saying? You're going to do it the same way you do if you was in weight training or going to the gym, in sets and repetition until you build, or not necessarily build, but when you're doing in sets and repetition, you basically trying to burn that dog out. Or you basically burning your muscles out, because you can go throw some 45s up there that you can barely lift one time. Or you can go throw 5 45s up there that you can barely lift one time. Or you can go throw a 25 up there and lift it 100 times, and then turn around and lift it 75 times, then turn around and lift it 50 times, and by the time you get to the 50, you can barely lift it. Now, you know what I'm saying? Turn around and try to lift it 25 times. By the time you get lower and lower and lower, your arms feel like rubber bands. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all. And nowadays, you know, you got resistant bands as well. You know, see, they didn't have them bands like that back in the days. That's why I say technology and things are more advanced for the brothers nowadays to get more exercise into your dog without doing it the same ways that the old schoolers did it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do it the same way. It's too many things out here that make things easier for you. Go get you one of them resistant bands. Resistance training 2023 mean go get you a resistance band. You know what I'm saying? Or you can do your sets, and you still gonna have to do your sets. Gotta do it in sets, because it's all about burning the muscles out. You know, the next training we're gonna talk about is interval training, which would consist of short bouts of high energy work, like work the hell out of them a couple times real fast, and then take them and work them, give them some light work. You know, work them hard, make them burn some energy, you know, real fast, then take them and do light work. And that'll be what they consider the interval training. Then you have continuous training, you know, which can be split into two different types of training. High intensity continuous training, which we're going to talk about first, you know, and that's when an athlete have to use at least 80 to 95% maximum heart rate, you know, when they exercise. At the end of the day, man, we all know that every dog isn't the same. Some dogs may work all the stations, some dogs won't. You know what I'm saying? You just have to know your dog. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. Knowing your dog inside out, knowing what it takes to get him in that type of shape. You know what I'm saying? Knowing what it takes to get him in that type of shape. And like I said to my brother Working Line K9, you know, the next part that we was talking about early in this video, first we talked about making sure you got a healthy dog, you know, making sure you know what the goal is for your conditioning program. The goal is your final weight, you know, making sure you got a healthy dog, making sure you know what the goal is, you know. Now we was talking about time today, making sure you know what time to compete, the competition is. You know what I'm saying? Major important factors in the whole situation. And we ain't even talking about getting down and dirty with the dogs conditioning wise yet. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even talking about what they eating and all that stuff yet. We just talking about the main things. Making sure that dog healthy. You know what I'm saying? Making sure you know what the goal is as far as your weight wise before you start the 8 week. You know what I'm saying? And making sure you know what time you competing. You know. But hey, man, I'm going to give it to y'all brothers and sisters, man. Hit that like button before y'all get up out of here, man. PBK9s giving it to you the way I always do. Fair and unbiased. Some going to like it, some ain't, man. Y'all stay tight out there. Y'all stay legal out there. I'm out.
Don't push me, nigga, cause I am not a killer. You think cause I'm a female, I won't sit in the gorillas. You gon' say it's Halloween. Michael Jackson Thriller. Don't think it's Halloween, nigga. Michael Jackson Thriller. When you know you really soft, nigga, soft like a pillow. I'm on some real shit now, and it's all about the money. Raw millionaire, and I'm all about my money. I made songs for my bitches who be all about the money. You catch flies with shit, you catch bees with honey. They call me raw millionaire, and I'm all about that money. I wake up, get up, then I count my money. You can't be a millionaire if you ain't about this money. No, I know some bitches hate me, they say I'm acting funny. Do I gotta spell it out for you, ho, is you a dummy? No, bitch, you shouldn't hate me, cause your life crummy. I've been saying it the whole time, bitch, I'm about my money. Don't push me, nigga, cause I am not a killer. You think cause I'm a female, I won't cylinder gorillas. They gon' say it's Halloween. Michael Jackson Thriller. They gon' think it's Halloween, nigga. Michael Jackson Thriller. When you know you really soft, nigga, soft like a pillow. I'm on some real shit now, it's all about the money. Raw millionaire, and I'm all about my money. I made songs for my bitches who be all about the money. You catch flies with shit, you catch bees with honey. They call me raw millionaire, and I'm all about that money. I wake up, get up, then I count my money. Yeah, I'm from the city in the state where it's sunny. All my bitches eating, yeah, we count that money. Some bitches broke, they should've focused on the money. Yeah, some bitches broke, they should've focused on the money. Instead